It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. Everybody, alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Now Moore. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Moore now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates them because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys that they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's McGee. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Monroe. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Simmons. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Off the play fake. Monroe. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards on a 1st down.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw on 2nd down. Monroe over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Keith Smith taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Point after here coming up. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's Moore, throwing on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Moore. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Off play action. Moore. He'll take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 56 yards.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end.
These two teams all tied after 1. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action, the Falcons with the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw. Monroe. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawks. And 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Now Moore on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Remember on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown, and here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick first down.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Moore.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
First down, Seattle.
Back to throw again. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Back to throw. Moore. This complete to Lockett.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On second down, Cook. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Moore now to throw on 3rd down. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Moore from the gun. He'll throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 9-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 1st and 10, Monroe. Over the middle, complete. It's Simmons. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Throwing on 1st down. Monroe. Pass incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Monroe. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Simmons.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On first down, Monroe. He finds his man, complete. It's McGee. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun, Monroe. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Monroe.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Moore. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Moore. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play.
Brought down at the 20.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Moore. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
Back to throw. Moore. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am. And you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to extend their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. The guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Off the play fake. Monroe. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Simmons. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
On 1st and 10, Monroe. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Ooh, with a juke. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. 32 yards.
And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we sure realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Moore. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Let's go, fellas.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I can think of myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground, Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Moore. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 21 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Falcons 18.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 10, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Throwing to start the drive. Monroe throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Monroe got his man complete over the middle. That's McGee. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw. Monroe. He finds his man complete. It's Simmons. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Monroe. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. He scored on the ground, aimed through the air. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem fazed one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. For the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Operating from the gun. Moore escaping the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be Falcon football.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
They're probably about one big play from getting into field goal range. I'd go with a two-deep coverage, make sure my safeties are back to cover all of the field deep.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's back. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dive. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
So out come the Falcons now.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. Gets around him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of the play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less. Because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls on. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Flushed out right. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and that changes everything here in OT.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Now Moore. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
All right, go get them now. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Moore now. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got into overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.